Nilanjana ma'am, and I welcome you all to my class that is English with Nilanjana. So, how are you guys doing? Y'all are supposed to read, mainly read in English. So, read stories or the papers or a magazine, whatever you get. Do keep, the habit of reading alive. So, in this session, I'm going to start the text, your prose form of Shakespeare's play as you like it. So, please keep it in mind that Shakespeare's plays, uh, yes, have been converted to a prose form by the great writers Charles Lamb and his sister Mary Lamb. So, the team Charles and Mary Lamb. So, and by this, so most of Shakespeare's plays, could be read by children and by the young people all around the world, and a majority number of people now could, after the transformation, could read Shakespeare's plays. I mean, those who did not like reading plays could now read, his plays in the prose form, in the tale format. So, but having said that, students or lovers of literature definitely want to read the original writer's writing in its original form. So the play form is definitely worthy, and very value. I mean, it adds value to our reading, and that gives us some other level of reading and level of understanding. So let's keep that for another day, and without much ado, let's start the text, the story form, the prose format of his play As You Like It, which is a comedy. So let's get started. The story begins at a time when France was divided into provinces or dukedoms. In one such province, there was a usurper who had deposed and banished his elder brother, the lawful duke. So, if you remember, I had already given you the names of the characters. So here you have a usurper brother who is doing something terribly wrong by having his own elder brother deposed from his dukedom, from his power or from his office, and banishing him, sending him away from the province. By giving him an official punishment. So Duke Senior, or the lawful Duke, is deposed from his dukedom by his villainous brother, and the brother's name is Duke Frederick. So Duke Frederick is the usurper brother. The Duke here means the Duke Senior, the lawful ruler. So he has been banished and he's forced to leave in the palace. The Duke, who was driven away from his kingdom or from his dukedom by his younger brother, retired to the forest of Arden, along with his faithful followers and his loyal friends and courtiers. Now, these people soon got accustomed to the way of life in the forest, though it was away from the palace, away from the court, and away from all the the luxuries and all the facilities that are there in the town life. So they were away from it. They were living in the forest, but they very soon got accustomed to this kind of a lifestyle. So, and they led the life that of Robin Hood. So you all have heard of Robin Hood, with the Prince of the Thieves, Robin Hood, who looted the rich and who distributed the wealth among the poor. So he was worshipped. He was almost worshipped and celebrated like a demigod by the poor. So just like Robin Hood, who led his life in a jungle along with his gang of robbers, his most loyal supporters. So here also the Duke, away from the original court life and all that, he had an alternative kind of court was going on in the forest of Arden with his most faithful supporters and followers. Well, that's the way of life going on. And now in summer, they took rest under the shade of the trees, and well, they were watching the playful sports of the deer, and they even felt sad when they had to hunt those deer for their food, because I mean that was the only thing that, yeah, I mean they could do, either will collect fruits and seeds, and also well, all those I mean stuff from the trees, or live on by roasting the meat, by hunting the animals. So that's what they did. Now they even felt sad. So they felt sad also to kill, when they were forced to kill the beautiful deer. So that's the way life was going on. But life was simple. It was very basic, and it was away from all the, from all the flattery and from all the diplomacy. And well, yes, it was away, far away from the artificiality of the court life. Here, everything was real and very, very basic. So the Duke, meaning the lawful, the Duke Senior, the older Duke, the older brother. So the Duke drew lessons from nature, and he found towns in trees. He found that even trees could be good. Could be good teachers. Books in the flowing streams, sermons in stones, and good in everything. So he's the one who has been cheated, who has been bitten. I mean, who has been who has been cheated terribly by his own younger brother, by his blood. So he had been like he had been a victim of a terrible kind of a conspiracy. So now he finds solace in the lap of nature. So now he feels that even the artificiality, the fake appearances are worse. And now he finds nature, the surroundings, the trees, the stream, the pebbles, the stones, much better. As companions than than all the fake appearances that one finds in the court. And the banished duke had a daughter called Rosalind, and like her father, she was also banished from. No, well, she was not banished; she was thrown out of the dukedom. But there was one positive thing, that she was still living in the palace along with her cousin, that is Celia, who is the daughter of her father's younger brother, who is the daughter of the new Duke, Duke Frederick. So both the cousins were staying together in the palace, and they were sharing, they were sharing their life experiences, and they were like soulmates together. So Celia and Rosalind were like too much in love. They were inseparable as cousin sisters. So the discord between the Duke and his brother did not at all affect the relationship or the friendship between the two sisters. The two sisters were very loyal to each other, and they knew the good and bad. They knew what was going on. So, in fact, Celia tried to comfort Rosalind whenever she became sad, uh, you know, while thinking about her father. Now, one day, when Celia and Rosalind, they were talking to each other, a messenger came with the news that there would be a wrestling match, and they were asked to go and watch the match by the new Duke. Now, in those days, wrestling matches were very common, and most of the princes, uh, PRINCES, when they took part in these wrestling matches, and they were watched by the noble ladies and the royal ladies, and these the women folk. So it was a favorite pastime of the kings and of the princes. So when the Duke saw that both the ladies had come to watch the match, well, it was an uneven match, because this wrestling match was going to be held, and when it was going to be fought between a practiced wrestler, meaning well, a professional wrestler, and this young man, this inexperienced young man called Orlando. So this is well, this was not at all, but it's not expected in. So, because wrestling matches are supposed to be fought between two equals. So here you have a match going on in this manner, and the ladies had come there to watch the match. So Duke Frederick told the ladies that, please go ahead and try to dissuade this young man from taking part in this match, because he might just lose his life. So these two ladies, they went ahead and they went and tried to dissuade. They went and they insisted this young man called Orlando to not take part in the fight. But Orlando was quite he was quite adamant, and he wanted to take part, and he said, well, even if I am defeated in the match, I have nothing to lose, because I do not have anyone to mourn for me. I mean, I do not I don't have any any loyal family member who would who would be waiting for me.